If you were someone with back issues, you're probably going to need something to help you sleep, because we did not sleep last night. Hey guys, here on Norwegian Joy. Today was a sea day. So I got to see how the ship functioned, basically with everyone on it. I'm not sure, and I need to find out if the ship is at capacity or where we are as far as how many people should or should not be on the ship. But this ship is set up different, probably, I'm thinking, than any ship that I've been on in the entire time of me cruising. Now, this is my first time cruising with Norwegian, so I'm learning a lot of the ins and the outs of how they function and operate as a whole. But it is definitely very different. If you've sailed Norwegian, then you know what I mean. If you haven't, then this series maybe will help you. So this morning we went to the observation deck, or the area up there. It's a lounge. It actually has some coffee, some small bites to eat, but it's also a very rainy day today. We've been through several actual thunderstorms today. So at one point there was a little bit of sunshine, and then you hear the wind whistling through the door. It's been that kind of day. We sat up there for a while and just kind of watched the storms roll by. And I'll be honest, my husband and I both enjoy sitting up there and just kind of in the quiet for the most part. When people started showing up a little bit later, it got a little louder, but for the most part, it's a quiet area to sit. And the windows, I'll put it in here so you can see, but the windows actually go from almost the floor above your head. So you really are enveloped in your surroundings. So we got some coffee. There's a Starbucks up there. We got some coffee and some pastries. Then my husband came back, surprised me with a bowl of eggs and bacon and sausage with cheese on it. He had gone upstairs to get some hot food, because again, they just have the basics downstairs. They do have cereal and milk, and they have coffee. You don't have to get Starbucks. You can actually get some of the other coffee there, and teas and stuff. So we sat there for a while and just enjoyed our morning. After that, we went downstairs. They do have a list of things that you can either look at in the app, or they actually leave it at your door. We went through to try to find something that would be like during this time frame of what we needed to do. Now, we had some questions and concerns, so we went down to guest services, and that is in the atrium area. And as I said, the ship is set up very different, and a lot of the functions actually happen in that atrium area or in some of the other areas. There's like several different venues in one area. In the atrium area, there is the Starbucks, there's guest services, there's the internet, there's a bar, plus they have either live music or game shows, trivia, other things that are going on right there too. The local is above that, and so you're going to have people surrounding your open area. The atrium, the hub basically for everything. I wouldn't call it a lobby, but it is the area where basically everything is the hub. That is on 6. On 7 is the local, and that is an included fare, but it is a rather large area, and it kind of surrounds that open area. So you have all of these different things, the guest services, the shore excursions, the internet, and like I said, all the other functions that are around there. So you have all the people that are gathering there to attend whatever event that's going to be in the atrium, on top of everybody that's standing in line for Starbucks and standing in line for guest services and standing in line for shore excursions or internet. So it can be a really crowded area. We actually stayed after that and watched a game show, which is This and That. If you're familiar with that, it's actually very fun. And it wasn't too crowded. I think that things as a whole kind of go in waves. And I actually heard one of the staff where we were sitting at a place later that evening, and said the rush is over. So there's definitely waves that are created. And on a sea day, it's probably even more crazy. But it has been, it's been different, to say the least. We've enjoyed our day. We've absolutely, enjoyed our day. We had just a little bit of lunch. For those of you who have been watching my videos for a while, if you haven't picked up by now, you know that I like Indian food, and I like good Indian food. And we just grabbed just a really small amount of butter chicken and some rice and some naan and some pakora, and it was just buffet. It wasn't anything like you would think that, oh, we're sitting down and having at a restaurant. It was very good.
Someone's at the door. I will discuss what happened and why they were coming to our door in a little while, but let's get back to the video.
The food overall has been very, very good. The Indian that we got, which was butter chicken and pakora, we got mushroom pakora. Tonight we actually saw that they had spinach pakora tonight, but it was very good. I mean, like impressively good. We went back and got just a tiny bit more. We had reservations tonight at Food Republic, and we didn't want to eat too much, for the specialty restaurants tonight. But we went back and got a little bit more because it was that good. After that, we came back to the room. Like I said, today was one of those days. It has been off and on storming. Going outside, filming outside was just not going to happen today. So I got to take it a little bit easier. I've got some catch up to do for you guys, but I took it a little bit easier today and just got a few things done, came back to the room, watched the storms roll in. We had a 5:30 reservation tonight at Food Republic. With the package that we got, we have 2 specialty restaurants. I'll be going into the restaurants and everything with you later, but I will tell you that, we stopped by the Sugarcane Mojito Bar beforehand just to kind of see what it was about. We actually have a tasting coming up, and I'll let you know all about that. But we were like, okay, let's just try it, and it was very good. A little pricey for what I'm used to be honest, but it was very fresh, very good. From there, we just kind of, like I said, slowly made our way to our reservation. At least tonight, they're not going to let you in before your actual time. 5:30 was the very first reservation, and they made us all wait till exactly 5:30, which is totally fine. But I'm letting you know because a lot of people kept saying, why are you standing here? It's like, because we are waiting on a reservation. We didn't know what to expect. The Food Republic is a Thai, sushi, Asian kind of place. Again, like I said, I'll go into that later as far as the food goes, but for the money, for what we paid, we got a total between the two. If you're like my husband and I, we kind of share, the food. So I got 4 things and he got 4 things, and then that can be dessert and then 3 menu items, dessert 3 or whatever, however you want to do it. But it was a lot of food. We were not expecting that, and it was like I said, it was pretty good. So I'll go into that later for you guys. I usually like an evening coffee, but tonight with all the food that we ate, we were like, we need to walk this off. And again, the way the ship is set up, it's not as easy to just kind of take a stroll throughout the ship. It's kind of broke up. So, you get to one end and then you kind of go around, into the observation area or into one of the other areas, whether it be the library or one of those places. So you end up all in the same place, whether it's all going to be at the theater or it's all going to be at the atrium, somewhere between those 3 floors, on one of those floors. Seems to be what everybody ends up doing. And tonight there was an elimination game that we tried to watch, but it was kind of hard. We sat there for a little while, went up to the buffet and just kind of saw what was up there, so I could give you guys an idea. Get our ice and our water in, and got an ice cream cone, and that was very good. We did have an issue in the room, which I will let you know about. I'll discuss that with you. But I will say, that was one of the reasons we went to customer service today, or guest services today. And when we got back to the room, it wasn't dealt with. This is the bed situation. I don't know if you can tell. There is, if I can get my hand in the picture, there we go. This is my bed. This is his bed. But it looks like 2 separate beds.
Okay, guys, it is 2 separate beds, but normally you don't know that. Normally, when they put the 2 beds together, you don't feel separated, and you sure don't have a height difference. That is what I'm pointing out here for you guys.
There's something in the middle, and I mean, you can see that there's an egg crate, but the bed is just so firm. And no, I have not slept in the bed. This is how we came back to it. So we're going to see what happens, but we put in a phone call, and I will say if you were someone with back issues, you're probably going to need something to help you sleep, because we did not sleep last night, and we're hoping they're bringing us some more pillows. We're hoping to sleep a little better tonight. So not something I want to discuss, but definitely something that I want to let you guys be aware of. So here's to hoping. So that's the egg crate that's on there now. That does nothing. It's so thin, and it was already on the bed when we came in here. And the mattress itself is I don't know who makes it. I don't know anything about it. Of course, they're made specifically for that particular cruise ship, but whoever makes this bed, oh my goodness gracious, it's like an old spring mattress is what I would compare it to. Gosh, I sound so horrible, guys. I'm just trying to let you know, if you have back issues, that you're probably going to have some sleepless nights. And I don't want to tell anybody that, but be prepared. Ask ahead of time, do what you need to up front. So just let you know. So we had to call someone, which it was then dealt with very quickly, and I'll go into that.
So what you just saw was one of the attendants coming to the door to bring us extra pillows, one of the requests that we had the day before, and guest services. But what I did not film and you did not see was the head of housekeeping, along with another attendant, coming and spending extra care to make sure that the bed was comfortable for us. Not only did they put a thick topper on it, they made sure that the gap that you just saw was filled in for a better sleep for Honey.
And that's some of the things that you're going to end up dealing with. I mean, this is a people business. You're dealing with people and their time, and while they were here, I cannot tell you how many times that poor guy's phone rang. So I'm sure that they're working diligently to try to do as much as they can when they can. But all in all, hopefully it got resolved, and I'll let you know about that just a little bit later. But just letting you know what we did today, giving you my opinion and my run through of the Joy here. Hopefully the weather's going to be a little bit better tomorrow. It's not looking like it, but we'll see what's going to happen there. I'll do a little more, hopefully be able to do a little more filming of the ship for you guys. So if you have any questions in regards to Norwegian as a cruise line, or the Joy, or maybe what the differences are, definitely be leaving them in the comments, so that I can make sure that the information that I'm giving you is something that you can use and that you're glad to see, because there's a lot of filming that I do that might not be important to me. And what I mean is, in editing, you cut out some of the stuff that you think is fluff, but that might be important. That may be something that you really want to see. And the only way I'm going to know that is if you guys let me know. So if there's something you're looking forward to or have questions about, definitely, whether you message me, you leave it in the comments so that we include everybody in the Tiff Travel community. I would appreciate that. Let me know, and I'll definitely make sure that I touch on what you're asking. But for now, once again, it is time to sign off and take it easy for a little while before we start the day tomorrow. So thanks for joining me here on Norwegian Joy, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. That was good. You didn't bring eggs and bacon?
Oh, they didn't have hot food. I went upstairs and got hot food. I went to the buffet.
Okay.
You made it sound like...
I did not know that.
Yeah, I went upstairs to the buffet and made you a breakfast.
I really want to include this in the video because I think it's funny. Because I'm like, okay. I'll put you in it. So you just keep up.
You're eating butter chicken.
Butter chicken. You're much better.